Thank you, Pat, for your leadership. I did want to recognize the Game and Fish Commissioners that are here. Ford Overton, of course, is the outgoing chair, did a very good job, and I want to express my appreciation to him. The incoming chair, Ken Reeves. If y'all would stand, please. Andrew Parker, Joe Morgan, Bobby Martin, Stan Jones, J.D. Neely, our commissioners. And just from my standpoint as governor, and of course we're all limited in our experience, but from my experience, the communication and partnership with the Game and Fish Commission has never been higher. And I appreciate very much, Ken, the meeting that we had and the commitment to have annual meetings, at least with the executive branch, to coordinate, just to share ideas, and I thank you for your commitment in that regard. I also wanted to remark and express publicly my thanks to the Game and Fish wildlife officers for the services that they rendered during the recent flooding that we've experienced. Sometimes we forget the frontline role that they play, and it made a real difference for the citizens of our state. I also recognize our Attorney General, Leslie Rutledge. Thank you for being here today. When I look at a Game and Fish Commission appointment, first of all, I recognize how important it is for the state of Arkansas and this appointment, and I take it very seriously. George Dunklin taught me that early on. He said, make sure you get somebody that's good, that understands conservation, and so he taught me some good lessons, and I appreciate that, George. But there's three qualities that I look for in a Game and Fish Commissioner. First of all, I want somebody who has a deep love of hunting and fishing and an understanding and appreciation of our way of life here in Arkansas. And it's not somebody that understands hunting and fishing from reading it in a book or simply watching it on television. I want somebody who loves hunting and fishing and is deep within their soul, that they are an active participant, because only then can they understand the importance of it and the importance of passing it along to the next generation. Secondly, I want a commissioner who is a committed conservationist, who understands that this is a heritage that we have received, and we have to take care of it and be good stewards to make sure that it lasts and that our young people and the next generation can enjoy it. And thirdly, I think it is important as you look at a commissioner that they offer some unique perspective, that they can add something of particular value or added value to the commission. And each of our commissioners brings something different. But that's how I approached it. And that is what led me to Marie De Ramos. And Marie has all of the qualities that I have mentioned in abundance. Marie De Ramos is an avid duck hunter and an angler, having enjoyed that on her family farm in southeast Arkansas. She's a proven conservationist as a founding member of the Arkansas Outdoor Society, which brings young people to support the Game and Fish Foundation. She's a member of the Game and Fish Foundation Board of Directors, and that says a lot about her passion, her love, and I've witnessed firsthand that she's a good shot. Not that she was shooting at me, but she knows how to handle herself outdoors as a hunter, as a fisherman, and we're proud of that, of her experience in that regard. She's also experienced in business as Vice President of Sales of Arkansas Bolt Company. She's a community leader, having served and continues to serve on the Board of Directors of the Arkansas State Fair Association. It gives me great pride to say our next Arkansas Game and Fish Commissioner is Marie De Ramos. I want you to know, Anne Marie, that when I hold a news conference, not this many people come to see it. I tell you, they are here today because of the excitement of this moment. And yes, you bring a unique perspective to the Arkansas Game and Fish Commission. You're young, you're a woman, and I tell you, you're a hunter and a fisherman, and you bring all the things that I value to the commission. And the Game and Fish Commission faces some challenges today, and I believe that your perspective will add to the solutions that will be important that you all work through in the coming years. So again, please welcome our new commissioner, Anne Marie De Ramos.
Is this real? I mean, I'm so fortunate to have my entire family here today. Thank you so much to my grandparents. My grandfather, 92 years old, my grandfather and grandmother here today, as well as my parents, brothers, sister-in-laws, nieces and nephews, and of course, my husband, Joe. So, thank you, Governor Hutchinson, for this moment. I am truly honored and humbled to be standing here today as your new Arkansas Game and Fish Commissioner. I'm excited to begin this journey with these fine gentlemen sitting next to me today. Since serving on the board of the Arkansas Game and Fish Foundation, I've come to know and learn from each of them. They're stewards of Arkansas's natural resources, continuously delegating and problem solving to make our state a better place for future generations. I truly admire each of them and their dedication to this agency. Most importantly, I look forward to learning and working from our staff and our wildlife officers, who are the heart and soul of this organization. My childhood was seemingly normal, but anyone who knows me growing up will agree that I was not average. I grew up with 3 older brothers, and I wanted to be just like them. Wherever they went, I followed, and that includes following them to the duck woods. My poor mother, all she ever wanted was a little girl, and the one she had preferred camouflage, dogs, and building forts outside instead of ballet or piano. There were times where my dad and brothers would plan weekends at our duck camp and would have to keep it a secret, knowing that I would be crushed not to be included. However, they were normally unsuccessful in their endeavors, and they didn't have the heart to leave their Annie behind. So, to my dad and brothers, thank you for always letting me tag along. Looking back, it wasn't all about the hunting or fishing, but the songs we sang driving down Highway 165, a prairie sunrise on a cold winter morning, kisses from a soaking wet black Labrador, and discipline that can only be learned from some old school dads who insisted that we hand wash dishes even though there was a dishwasher readily available. To my mother, thank you for loving and embracing me for who I was and for encouraging me to do what I love. I am who I am because of these people and these experiences. I will always be thankful for you all and the many others who helped a once extremely shy girl with not much self-confidence be the woman I am today. I attended the monthly commission meeting last Thursday, which was also Ford Overton's last time to take his seat as chairman. I left feeling inspired, excited, and challenged by his final message. Right now, this agency faces a looming problem involving 2 of its 3 streams of revenue that are tied to a decline in license sales. The fact is simple. The sport of hunting and fishing is not as popular as it once was. Arkansas has experienced a 10% decline in resident hunters and a 9% decline in resident anglers in the past 5 years. However, Arkansas is not alone, and in many respects is better off than other states. Now, you can blame the disinterest on cell phones, video games and iPads, but the message that Commissioner Overton expressed in last week's meeting is that the problem goes further than what's on the surface. We, as the sportsmen of Arkansas, have missed a generation. Not on purpose or because we do not care, but because the world is ever-changing and times are different. I'm so fortunate that my father passed on a love for the outdoors to me. However, other people may not have a parent or mentor to take them. I repeat what J.D. Neely said in his speech when being appointed to the commission in 2018, and that is, our greatest resource is our youth. In last week's meeting, Commissioner Overton said exactly what everyone was thinking. We need to remove barriers, simplify regulations, and keep messaging our R3 efforts. And for those of you who are unfamiliar with the term R3, it stands for retain, recruit, and reactivate interest in the outdoors. In my next 7 years, I hope to bridge the gap between our current traditions and new. In order for this agency to survive the changing times, we must be, quote unquote, untraditional. I have seen firsthand the impact that the Game and Fish has on our state, and I am beyond honored to serve as its newest commissioner. Growing up, I was so fortunate to have my father to pass on a love for the outdoors, and that is what I intend to do in this new role for the next generation. Passing the torch of conservation is essential as we work to uphold the natural state's reputation of being a sportsman's paradise. And not just for sports involving hooks and bullets, but also for the hikers, bikers, paddlers, bird watchers, and many more. Together, we can bring along the next generation and bridge the gap between current traditions and new ones. The future is bright, and I cannot wait to get started. Once again, thank you, Governor Hutchinson, for this honor of a lifetime. That is truly what it is. Thank you to my fellow commissioners for welcoming me with open arms. Thank you to my family, friends, and mentors who have helped me on my journey to where I am today. Last but not least, thank you to my supportive husband, Joe. You are the best hunting, fishing, and adventure partner I could ever ask for. Let's do this.